Hey, good morning. Welcome to Story Time. I hope that you are having like the greatest day on the planet so far. What'd you have for breakfast? Let me guess. Hold on, let me guess. You had cinnamon toast crunch with a bowl full of cold milk. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I think you had for breakfast. Probably not. Maybe you had Lucky Charms and you ate all the marshmallows and just left the little other things in there. I don't even know what those are. I'm not sure if they're stars or numbers or letters. I don't remember. I'm trying to think what's in Lucky Charms, but it is what it is. Nevertheless, what'd you have for breakfast this morning? Let me tell you something. I'm excited about breakfast. We got some bacon, and it's thick cut bacon, and we haven't quite cooked it yet, but I can't wait to eat some bacon. You know what I'm saying? That's completely beside the point because today we're not talking about breakfast. We're talking about another B word bears. How about that? Have you ever seen a bear before? Have you seen a bear? Well, we're going to go on a bear hunt. Are you interested in going on a bear hunt? You should find your brother or sister if you have siblings, and you need to call them together, and we're going to go on this bear hunt together. Okay, cool. So that's what we're reading. We're reading this book. I don't know if you've ever read it before. If not, don't worry. I'm going to read it for you today, and it's called "We're Going on a Bear Hunt." And that's what we're about to do. We're going to go on a bear hunt. So settle in, get ready, because it's time to go on a bear hunt. Dun dun dun. Okay, we're going to open it up to the first page that I'm going to read. You ready for this? Here we go. We're going on a bear hunt. We're going to catch a big one. What a beautiful day. We're not scared. Oh no. Grass. Long wavy grass. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. Oh no. We've got to go through it. Look at them. Look at them right there. So you got looks like a dad and a baby and a boy with a stick and two girls, and they're all hunting a bear, going through the wavy grass. Swishy swashy, swishy swashy, swishy swashy. And that's what it sounds like when you're going through really, really, really big grass. Swishy swashy. To go on a bear hunt, you got to go through the grass, you know. We're going on a bear hunt. We're going to catch a big one. What a beautiful day. We're not scared. Oh, a river, a deep, cold river. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. Oh no, we've got to go through it. Wow, look at that river. They're about to go through the river with their clothes on. They're going to be soaking wet. Have you ever gone in the river and been soaking wet? What's the worst is when you go in the river thinking it's a good idea, and it is, until you get out, and then it's cold. And then you have to wear your clothes if you didn't bring a change of clothes, and you got to wear them, and it's just cold. And then even worse if you ride in a Jeep. If you ride in a Jeep with wet clothes, and then it's just really cold. Let's get back to the story. We're going on a bear hunt. We're going to catch a big one. What a beautiful day. We're not scared. I'm reading the same page. I didn't change pages. That was the river. So now they're splashing, splash. So they didn't go through two rivers, just to be clear. They went through one river, and then I lost my place, and so now they're splashing. Cool? All right, now that we're all on the same page. Oh, no, wait. Wait. There's a dog. Look at that dog. He's swimming just fine. He doesn't care. The baby doesn't care because she's not gonna get wet. And everybody's holding their shoes. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Cool. Here we go. We're going on a bear hunt. We're going to catch a big one. What a beautiful day. We're not scared. Oh, mud. Thick, oozy mud. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. Oh no, we've got to go through it. Look, You see what's happening there? You see that dad? That dad is not happy about having to go through the mud. He's sitting there with his hand on his face, like, oh no, I don't want to go through the mud. That's what he's thinking. Yeah, but this little boy right here, he's like, shoot, I'll pick up, he got mud in his hand. I'll pick up the mud with my hand. I can't wait to get in this. Here we go. Squelch, squirch, squelch, squirch, squelch, squirch. That's what it sounds like when you're walking through mud, according to this book. Squelch, squirch. We're going on a bear hunt. We're going to catch a big one. What a beautiful day. We're not scared. Oh, a forest. A big, dark forest. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. Oh no, we've got to go through it. Look, there's a big forest waiting for them. They just got through the mud, and now they've got to go through a forest. Wow. Stumble, trip. Stumble, trip, stumble, trip. That's what it sounds like to go through a forest. It sounds like stumble and trip. So they've been through the big grass. They've been through the river, the water. They've been through the mud. And now on their bear hunt, they're going through the forest. They've been through a lot of places. We're going on a bear hunt. We're going to catch a big one. What a beautiful day. We're not scared. Oh, a snowstorm, a swirling, whirling snowstorm. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. Oh no, we've got to go through it. Look at that snowstorm. That snowstorm is enormous. Look how big that thing is. Wow. Have you ever been in a snowstorm before? I was in a snowstorm in 1993. Were you born in 1993? No, there's no chance. But when I was in 1993, I was born, obviously. I was like 10 years old, and there was a blizzard. And I remember this blizzard, and there was so much snow on the ground. It was crazy. And then we got so cold, our power got knocked out. But we had a stove that was gas. And so we got so cold playing outside in the snow. And then the power got knocked out. When we came in, we needed to warm up. But it was like not warm in our house. And so my dad put pots of water on the stove, and he filled up the bathtub after the pots of water got boiled. And then we got in the bathtub, and that's how we got warm. I don't know if you've ever been in a snowstorm, but I was in a blizzard in my house. It was so much fun. It was really good. Hoo, woo, hoo, woo, hoo, woo. That's what it sounds like to walk through a blizzard, according to this bear hunt book. Hoo, woo. Can you say hoo, woo? Let's do it together. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Hoo, woo. Do it again. Just do it louder this time, because I don't think your mom heard you. Say, hoo, woo. That's what I'm talking about. That's a fun thing to say. It's a fun thing to say. Oh, tiptoe. 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 What's that? They made it into a cave. Wow. They really are going on a bear hunt, aren't they? That's pretty wild. One shiny, wet nose. 2 big, furry ears. 2 big, googly eyes. It's a bear! Look at that. No way. They found a bear. Look how big that bear is. Wow. Oh, and the dog is staring it down. That dog is so tiny compared to that bear. Whoa, what's going to happen now? What do you think is going to happen? Well, the book's going to tell us. It says, quick, back through the cave, tiptoe, 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 back through the snowstorm, hoo, woo, hoo, woo, Back through the forest, stumble, trip, stumble, trip, stumble, trip. Back through the mud, squelch, squirch, squelch, squirch. Back through the river, splash, splosh, splash, splosh, splash, splosh. Back through the grass, swishy, swashy, swishy, swashy. Look, all those things. They had to do all those things because remember they started in the grass, and then they went through the river, and then they went through the mud, and then they went through the forest, and then the snowstorm, and then they tiptoed through the cave. And now, since they're running away from the bear, they got to go backwards. And so they tiptoed through the cave, they woohoo through the snowstorm, they tripped through the woods, they squelched through the mud, they splish splash, splish splosh, splish splash. I would take in a bath through the river, and then they swishy swashy through the grass. And guess where that leads them? Do you remember? Have any idea? Of course, to their house. It says, get to our front door. Open the door. Up the stairs. Oh no, we forgot to shut the door. Back downstairs. Shut the door. Back upstairs. Into the bedroom. Into the bed. And under the covers. Look at all that. They came into their house. And they just ran upstairs. But see that? The door's open and here comes the bear. The bear followed them through all those things. Followed them back through the cave, back through the snowstorm, back through the mud, back through the water, back through the forest, back through the swishy swashy grass. And now he's followed them back to their house. And they forgot to close the door. And so they go back down and they close the door just in time. Look, the bear is standing at their front door. And then they go upstairs and they get under the covers because that's the safest place in the world. Running from a bear is in your bed under the covers. That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do. Oh, we're not going on a bear hunt again. Look, they're all under their covers. It looks like they have a pink goose down comforter. That's what they have. And hiding. But the baby doesn't know. The baby has a bear, a play bear. And the baby's just playing with the bear, has no idea how dangerous it was. I wonder what the bear did. You know what? The next page shows us what the bear did. The bear went back home all by himself. You know? The bear went back home all by himself. Look, he looks lonely. He looks sad. And that is the end of the book. So, what do you think bears are like when everybody leaves? You know, I think people look for bears all the time, and sometimes they find them. One time, me and some friends, we were in a place called Yellowstone National Park, and we made a list of animals that we wanted to see while we were there, and it was a big list. And we got to our last day, and the one single animal we had yet to see was a bear. And so we were looking everywhere, and we couldn't find one. We looked all over the place, and we just couldn't find one. And so it was time to go. And so we got in our car, and we started to leave Yellowstone National Park. And then all of a sudden, we came up on this enormous group of people. Probably 20 or 30 cars had stopped in the middle of the road. And so we rolled down our window, like, hey, what's going on? And everybody was standing on the side of the road. And someone said, there's a bear over there. And I was like, yes. And so I jumped out of the car and I got my camera and I ran over to the side of the road and I went into the grass and I was like, where's this bear? And they're like, he's over there. And so I'm looking, and I don't see him anywhere. And so I go closer and they're like, hey, you don't want to go very close. And I was like, well, I don't see this bear. So obviously I'm not very close. And so I get a little closer, and I'm looking, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this little head, which was a really big head, it pops up over the grass. And I was like, oh, and he was much closer than I thought. He was laying down in the grass. And then he turned and he looked at all of us, and I wasn't sure what he was going to do because he was much closer than I anticipated. I'm not sure how close everybody else thought he was. But then I took up my camera, and he started to walk, and I took this picture we're going to show you right now. And that is the bear that I found in Yellowstone National Park. I don't have a name for him. Maybe you should name him. That's what we should give him a name. And so our challenge this week is for you to take a video of yourself, and you need to say, hey, that's this, make a suggestion for this is what we should name that bear. And so you just tell your mom or dad, say, hey, take a video for me and say, hey, the bear's name should be, and you just say it, and then you post it online for us to see, and we will choose a name, and we'll officially name the bear of Yellowstone National Park. How about that? Hey, maybe you could go on a bear hunt today. Maybe you would find a big one because you're not scared. How about them apples? Hey, I hope you've enjoyed reading time this morning, story time this morning, and I hope you have a great rest of the day. Bye.